This is Team Beauty Beast. We have team members Ria, Yolanda, Zanny, Zixuan, and Richard. First of all, let's briefly go through the company's history and see who is Estee Lauder. The Estee Lauder Cosmetics was founded by Estee and Joseph Lauder in 1946. The original products were sold in Manhattan beauty salons. They had their first department store order with Saks Fifth Avenue in 1947. The 40s and 50s are all about increasing sales and awareness. Estee even started building consumer relationship by direct communication with consumers and giving out sampling in 50s. She knows well about word of mouth even in the decades before social media. 60s is about exceptional growth. Estee Lauder has its first overseas account in Harrods, London. Starting from 60s, Estee Lauder keeps innovation and launch brands and products including Clinique, Origins, mass fragrance, etc. The company keeps expanding globally as well. Another highlight is its breast cancer awareness campaign in 1992, which just celebrated its 25th anniversary in 2017. It's part of Estee's care about the community. The company took acquisition of MAC in 1994 and begins other brand acquisition in 2 years later. They own more than 25 brands now. The company goes public in 1995 and starts from 2000s. Estee Lauder keeps expanding its portfolio globally. The company is a multinational manufacturer and marketer now. Next, let's look at more fun facts about Estee Lauder. The company now owns more than 25 brands ranging from higher-ended brands such as La Mer, La Prairie, Tom Ford, and Estee Lauder to less high-end brands such as MAC, Too Faced, and Becca. Overall, Estee Lauder is a company who solely owns brands which all of them are prestige brands. For the employment, the company had 46,000 employees who come from all over the world. 54% of employees in senior and vice president position and above are female. It is a globalized company that 57% of the executives work outside countries of their origins. Moreover, Estee Lauder Company's products were sold and distributed in more than 150 countries among Americas, Asia Pacific, and the EMEA area. The company steadily kept growing and had $11.8 billion net sales in 2007 fiscal year. Furthermore, there are more than 10 brand building distribution channels ranging from department store to salons for Estee Lauder. Then let's move to where Estee Lauder stands. Let's look at Estee Lauder internally. The first part is the business model. The job it does for value proposition is helping consumers to solve their beauty and skincare problem. It offers consumers diversified choices of high-quality beauty, cosmetics, and fragrances products from multiple channels. The main revenue model for profit formula is price times volume. The key resources owned by Estee Lauder includes technologies, its beauty experts, the equipment, diversity of brands. As for the key process, Estee Lauder did excellent work in product innovation, positioning and marketing, and customer services, etc. The company using such business model and has its mission of bringing the best to everyone we touch and being the best in everything we do. As we can see, the company sticks into the best and is truly a leader in its market. The company incorporates both product leader and customer intimacy as value propositions. Specifically, it envisions being a well-diversified brand-building powerhouse of unrivaled creativity and innovation. On the other hand, we adopt a high-touch approach that truly distinguishes us by guiding outstanding personalized services to consumers. Based on the value proposition, we develop the leadership DNA of both innovation and customer. Specifically, we placed high spending on product innovation and customer relationship management in order to be a customer-centric innovator who creates superior products and builds strong brand attachment with customers. It connects to brain and heart. Matching is focused on offering best products and best services. The company is value-driven. Its actions are rooted in the Lauder family values of respect for the individual, uncompromising ethics and integrity, generosity of spirit, and fearless persistence. We can also perceive this value in following parts. It has unwavering commitment to quality and excellence, from exceptional and breakthrough products to high-touch services and experiences delivered by its prestige brands. The company also infuses creativity and innovation throughout all aspects of the business, from product development to packaging, sampling to selling, marketing to merchandising. It also nurtures and develops the world-class talent. The company looks for ways to identify and harness the strengths of its talented employees. Continuous learning happens throughout the organization and leadership from every chair. The company also cultivates an inclusive and diverse workplace. Embracing diversity helps sharpen the focus on cultural relevance, ensuring the products, messaging, and in-store experiences reflect the aspirations and desires of consumers in local markets. It also cares about communities, which translate into sustainable sourcing practices and the resources to global causes around health. For example, the Estee Lauder company cares about the breast cancer awareness campaign mentioned earlier. The value also bounces back to the value proposition of product leader and customer intimacy. As for the culture, it is also often described as a rare mix of family values with a high-performing public company which lead to caring, collaborating, and compassionate workplace. As Fabrizio Freda, the president and CEO of Estee Lauder, says, the company is operated like family. Families are, in fact, the most caring and demanding of environments. Estee Lauder's culture is a unique combination of nurturing and challenging, respectful of their roots and inspired to envision the future. Then we can look externally in the market. Comparing to its competitors like L'Oreal, Coty, and P&G, Estee Lauder has higher perspective of its quality with higher price. Although LVMH might has a higher-end designer cosmetics brand like Chanel, it doesn't offer diversified products ranging from skincare to hair care as Estee Lauder did. We can find Estee Lauder position itself as excellent quality, exceptional, and caring services. It is classic, diversified, and prestige. The company embraces the diversity and strict control of prestige of every brand it owns. And then we are going to look who are the consumers of Estee Lauder. There are two parts of the consumers. The first one is the general customers. They are people who mostly live in urban areas. They are educated. They are conscious buyers who cares about quality, value, and culture. They have higher household income level. Another part of the consumers are retailers, including department stores such as Saks Fifth Avenue, Macy's, and also beauty retailers such as Sephora. All in all, Estee Lauder is definitely a strong leader in its market.
After learning about the company and the company's customers, the third part is about the leaders and the management.
The Estee Lauder Companies is a public-traded, family-controlled company. In 1946, Estee and Joseph Lauder founded Estee Lauder Cosmetics. By 1960s, after years of hard work and ingenuity, the Lauders were on their way from a mother and pop operation to become one of the most influential names in the beauty industry. 70 years since its creation, second and third generation members of the Lauder family remain at the heart of the public-traded, family-controlled company, actively engaged in its leadership. William P. Lauder is the son of Leonard and Evelyn Lauder and the grandson of Estee and Joseph Lauder. He is the current executive chairman and chairman of the board of directors. Estee Lauder dedicates to prestige beauty since its founding in 1946. The pursuit of prestige beauty becomes a tradition passed down from generation to generation by Lauder family. Now, the responsibility of leading and executing its strategy, as well as overseeing its corporate affairs, is shared across its executive officers and board of directors. Also, the leadership of Estee Lauder welcomes innovation and adaptation to the new era. Fabrizio Freda becomes the president and chief executive officer of the Estee Lauder Companies in 2009. He is the first CEO coming out of the Lauder family. He helps Estee Lauder to maintain relevance in a rapid, evolving global economy and innovate new products continuously to drive sustainable growth. Thirdly, Estee Lauder values education from its newest employees to its most seasoned executives. Estee Lauder focuses on creating a workplace that encourages continuous learning and adaptation to keep them fresh and thinking differently, while ensuring that they build the next generation of leaders for their company. For example, Leonard Lauder as chairman emeritus. He is often referred to as teaching officer, conducting brand equity seminars and educational immersion programs for company talent from around the world. In conclusion, Estee Lauder leadership and management help the company to maintain the role of leader in a growing industry. Its leaders thrive on pushing the boundaries of prestige beauty to new heights.
Now, let's look into the significant numbers of the big three financial statements. The balance sheet of Estee Lauder indicates a strong financial position given the significant increases of both assets and equities. Though liabilities increase as well, to a great extent, it reflects the strategy that the company is using debt capital to fund investments for expansion. When taking both current assets and current liabilities into account, we find that the current ratio increases, which means the company has better capabilities to pay future obligations. Also, this strengthens the company's operational efficiency as a result of the positive cash flow. Overall, Estee Lauder has optimal liquidity, and this could help to prevent liquidity risks as well as capture potential investment opportunities. In the meantime, Estee Lauder is expanding rapidly. From the asset side, property, plant, and equipment increase, from which we can infer that the company is expanding its retail networks for high-touch customer service. From the liability side, the non-current liabilities increase significantly, from which we can infer that the company is borrowing long-term debts to fund retail expansion as well as the acquisitions of new brands. Although the expansion aligns with Estee Lauder's dedications to catering the increasing demand of global market, it may cast severe risks on the company. By taking total liabilities and equities into account, we find that the risk profile increases, which means the risk for investments is increasing. Therefore, for better risk management, the company needs to cautiously evaluate the investment portfolio using calculations such as net present value. Now, again, we are looking at the good facts. Other assets, including goodwill and intangible assets, increase significantly, and this reflects the brand equity, including reputation, brand image, and more. Also, this aligns with the brand's position as the prestige beauty leader in the marketplace. On the other side of balance sheet, the retained earnings increase as well, which indicates a profitability growth. More importantly, the profit capital could further constitute a sustainable cycle to fund investment opportunities.
By looking at the income statement, the numbers show that there is steady growth across the board. There has been an increase each year in the key indicators such as net sales, gross profit, operating income, and net earnings. This also indicates that Estee Lauder maintains its value proposition of being a product leader successfully in recent years, despite the highly competitive market. The gross profit margin and operating income margin have stayed around 14% and 80% respectively. It is interesting to see the comparison between the net income from the income statement and the cash flow from operations in 2017. The net income from the income statement was $1,256 and the cash flow from operations was $1,800. And we can see that the cash flow from operations is greater than the net earnings. After analyzing the cash flow from operating activities, we see that depreciation and amortization increased the cash flow significantly. The values on the income statement continue to show Estee Lauder's dominance in the market. And on the whole, Estee Lauder's income statement reflects its good performance. Cash flow is critical to operating and growing a business, which includes taking care of long-term investments and growth, as well as short-term operations. Cash flow directly correlated with Estee Lauder's business growth because they are a consumer goods company. The financing and investing activities provide the most insight about the company because net cash flow from operating activities has been consistent over the last 3 years. and the increased expenditure on investing activities reflects the company's aggressive acquisition strategy. There was a 75% increase from 2016 to 2017, and this significant cash outflow reflects the acquisition of new brands such as Becca and Too Faced. We also see that financing activities have produced a positive net cash flow driven by taking on debt. In 2017, Estee Lauder took out more than double in debt than they did in 2016. This reflects the company's investment in the long term, which could pose to have a positive impact on Estee Lauder. In terms of stocks, Estee Lauder is spending cash to buy back their stocks, and this means that the value of their stock is greater. The majority of cash flow raised came from borrowing or debt.
It's impossible for companies to not make use of the digital platform in the current marketing situation. Estee Lauder Companies is no exception. It is most active in the following digital platform: Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram, and of course, its official platform. It has 78,000 followers on Facebook and 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, more than 140,000 followers on Instagram, and 568,000 followers on LinkedIn. The number of followers of these platforms is not very high, but consider it being an organization instead of a specific brand, the number can seem fair. We can see that the number of followers is highest on Instagram. It might be a hint that current customers are most active on Instagram. This is the picture of its official website. The website is well designed to fit its prestige brand image. It used dark color to create a mysterious and classy style. The official website includes lots of information about its history, its culture, and all the brands. Now let's take a look of one of its videos posted on the Estee Lauder Company's YouTube channel.
Estee Lauder Online is growing super fast because the objective is really to communicate on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, so we can be more relevant, target more people. The difference between Estee Lauder and other brands is really the freedom and the possibility to make everything great.
In the video, the online manager talked briefly about how Estee Lauder is different from other brands. There are many videos such as this posted on the video channel. These videos introduce the culture of the company from the employee's perspective. On its Facebook page, it has many posts regarding new stores, new technology, and the current events of its employees or board members. The contents of Estee Lauder's social media serve a great purpose of building its brand image. They use different content to strengthen its prestige image. And the contents can be divided into 3 categories. The first category is company stories. As the YouTube clip shows, many employees stand forward and introduce their experience at a company to the public. This is aimed to show that the company is a caring organization and it can provide the best service to the customers. And the second category is charity. Estee Lauder launched a breast cancer campaign to show that it cares about the society and that it is not an evil enterprise that only takes from the people. The third category is more related to sale. It talks about new stores, new product, and some new technologies. These contents are dedicated to show that the company is very devoted in creating the best product and service for its customers. Also, this new product can grab customers' attention and probably generating their purchasing behavior. However, all these content has a problem that they are all one-way communication. This communication is what the company wanted to say, but not necessarily what the audience wanted to hear. It keeps on telling and telling, but fails to stop and listen. The best quality of the social media is that it allows companies to closely interact with its customers. However, Estee Lauder Companies fails to make use of this feature and lack interaction with its audiences, which is probably a reason why followers on its social media is very low. Let's look at the following example of Instagram. The official Instagram page of Estee Lauder Companies only have 140,000 followers, while Too Faced and MAC has more than 10 million or even 20 million followers. These brands are more interactive on social media. They will reply to customers' posted and listen to what they have to say. On the other hand, Clinique and Estee Lauder the brand has around 2 million followers. These brands have a higher status and might not want to damage their brand image by interacting so frequently with the customers. However, since that interaction can actively increase the followers on social media, Estee Lauder Company need to find the balance between maintaining its brand image and engaging in interaction with customers. Listening to the earnings call, we can see that Estee Lauder companies performed fairly well in fiscal 2017. It delivered a sales growth of 7%, and most of the growth happened in Asia-Pacific region or in online retail. It's very interesting that it mentioned in the earnings call that the sales in North America grew 5%, and it's only because the company bought two new brands, Too Faced and Becca. Excluding these two brands, North American sales has actually declined 3%. And the decline is due to the reduced sales in department stores. Online sales has actually increased double digits. We also learned from earnings call that Estee Lauder companies devote most of its revenue to marketing instead of research and development. Estee Lauder company's relationship with Amazon is very complicated. They can be seen as both friends and foe. If Estee Lauder were to distribute their product on Amazon, it has the possibility to reach more customers. For customers that might not be interested in Estee Lauder, they might be able to browse it on Amazon and has the possibility to purchase it. And also, people can buy its product while purchasing other non-cosmetic product, and it will create a more convenient shopping experience. And also, for those who might not heard of the brands under Estee Lauder companies, it might increase brand awareness. However, Amazon can also be treated as a foe. Distributing Estee Lauder's product on Amazon might damage its prestige brand image. And also, there are currently many fake products distributed by third-party sellers on Amazon. If Estee Lauder officially sell their product on Amazon, their product might be mixed with all those fake products and might lower customers' trust of the brand. Also, unlike purchasing from Estee Lauder's own official website, customers will receive less customer service. On the official website, they can look at the more formal and official introduction of a product and find a product that actually suits them, but this cannot be acquired from the Amazon platform. Generally speaking, there are both pros and cons for Estee Lauder to distribute its product on Amazon, so it can be both treated as a friend and a foe. However, the cons seems to outweigh the pros, for it would damage the brand image, and brand image is most important to Estee Lauder. So we would suggest Estee Lauder to treat Amazon as a foe for now and not distribute its product through Amazon platform.